students, welcome back. If we take a moment to look around us, we can see a wide variety of living organisms like plants, insects, birds, animals and microorganisms. In the category of birds alone, we can observe thousands of different species. Most of them are rare in our localities. We are familiar with the different types referred to as species. We understand that species consist of living organisms that share common characteristics and can interbreed. According to the National Geographic Society, scientists have estimated that there are about 8.7 million species of plants and animals in existence. However, among them, only 1.2 million species are identified and described so far. Most of them are insects. This is known as biodiversity. Biodiversity includes all the living things like plants, bacteria, animals, and humans. You may be already familiar with the local names of birds and animals that reside in your region. However, these names may vary between different states or countries, leading to uncertainty. As a result, it becomes crucial to establish standardized names for living organisms worldwide. This practice is referred to as nomenclature, the process of naming organisms. For plants, the scientific names should adhere to the guidelines outlined in the International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, and for animals, the names should adhere to the International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. These scientific names ensure that each and every living organism has a unique name which is consistent worldwide. This nomenclature has two components. First, the generic name followed by the specific epithet or the particular species. This two-component nomenclature was given by Carolus Linnaeus and is known as binomial nomenclature. There are two names, first the generic name and then the specific epithet. That is why it is called binomial nomenclature. For example, the scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica, where Mangifera is the genus and indica is the specific epithet. Similarly, the scientific name of cat is Felis catus, where Felis is the genus and catus is the species. There are some universal rules for the binomial nomenclature. Let's see which are they. Biological names are generally in Latin and are written in italics. When writing the name by hand, both words should be underlined separately. Here, the scientific name of mango, Mangifera indica, is written separately and are underlined separately. The first word in the biological name represents the genus and second one denotes the specific epithet or species. Like we discussed earlier, Mangifera is the genus and indica is the species. The genus name should start with a capital letter while the second name with a small letter. If you observe carefully, here you can see in Mangifera, the first letter M is in capital and in indica the first letter is in small letter, which is the species name. Name of the scientist should be written after the specific epithet. Example, Mangifera indica Linn. This means the species indica was first described by Linnaeus. We cannot study each and every organism individually, so we group them together based on the observable characteristics. This is known as classification. For example, if we hear the word dog, only the image of dog comes to our mind, not that of a cat. Similarly, if someone talks about a wheat plant, we immediately visualize the wheat plant, not a rice plant. That means these categories, that the dog and wheat plant, help us to study the organisms in detail. The scientific name of these categories are called taxa. This taxa has different hierarchical levels like kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. We will discuss about it in later. The process of classification of living organisms into different taxa is known as taxonomy. We have just discussed that the taxa vary at different levels from kingdom to species. The different levels or ranks in classification are called taxonomic categories. All the categories together termed as taxonomic hierarchy. Each category is known as a unit of classification, also termed as a taxon. Here the species or the family is a taxon. The fundamental requirement for classifying an organism into specific category relies on understanding individual organisms or groups. This helps in identifying similarities and dissimilarities between various organisms. Now let's learn about the taxonomic categories. Kingdom is the highest level in the hierarchical classification and divided into two kingdoms. Kingdom Animalia composed of all animal species and Kingdom Plantae encompassing all plant species. Next in the hierarchy is the phylum. Animals again can be categorized into phyla based on their common features. For example, all vertebrates or animals with a notochord come under the phylum Chordata. All animals come under the kingdom Animalia, we know that. When they are again categorized, all the vertebrates under the kingdom Animalia comes under the phylum Chordata. Traditionally in botany, the term division has been used instead of phylum. The class comes after phylum. In class, animals display common characteristics of a phylum while also showcasing unique features that enable further classification within the phylum and placement into specific class. For example, class Mammalia. In phylum Chordata, all the animals have a backbone, but among them only the animals under class Mammalia can produce milk to feed their young ones. Order comes after class in the hierarchy. For example, Mammalia is a class, but all meat eaters under Mammalia can be again categorized into the order Carnivora. Similarly, order Insectivora is there, comprises insect-eaten animals. The animals under order can be again grouped into family based on their close resemblance. Members of the same taxonomic family share a closer kinship with one another than they do with the other members of the same order. For example, foxes, coyotes, lions, cats all belong to the order Carnivora. However, foxes and coyotes belong to the family Canidae, whereas lions and cats belong to the family Felidae. Genus comes under family with more closely related features. For example, lions, tiger and cats come under the family Felidae. However, lion and tiger belong to the genus Panthers, while cat belongs to the genus Felis. In the taxonomic hierarchy, species comes as the lowest category. This group includes organisms with fundamental similarities. Human beings belong to the genus Homo, but they belong to the species Sapiens. That is why we got the scientific name Homo sapiens, where Homo is the genus and Sapiens is the species. Let's review the taxonomical categories in the descending order once again. First is the kingdom, then comes the phylum, then class, then order, then family, genus, and the last category is the species. That's it about the chapter Living World. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. If you have any queries, put it in the comment box. Thank you.